Welcome back, YouTube. So we have an update here with Dogecoin's utility, and that is a partnership through CoinMe, where you're going to be able to buy Dogecoin amongst other cryptocurrencies at CoinStar. And some of you may be wondering what CoinStar is, but well, in my hometown, I would normally see them inside like a Walmart. And before I became really cash heavy, or not necessarily cash heavy, but before I started using debit cards and stuff a lot, I would often break bills, and I hated counting change, I still do, at a register to pay for something. So I would have like these giant Ziploc bags. I think the most I've ever had at one time was like $98. Well, it was almost $100 in change. And you could either go to your bank if they had like the little coin machine, or you could do it by hand with little rollers, or you can go to CoinStar. They'll take a fee if you decide to take cash, if you didn't want like a gift card or a voucher or something. But essentially, you just get poured in there, it counts the money for you, and it prints you out a receipt. You go to the register, scan it, and then boom, you get cash. So very simple, fast, and you didn't have to take the time to count the coins out. And these are typically in major stores and like retail centers and stuff like that, at least where I'm from, which is in North Florida. So this is, and some of you may be saying, okay, so what? What's the big deal? The big deal is when you're talking about Dogecoin and having utility and it just being the internet currency, access plays a huge role in that. And you're going to need to have access to be able to convert, or simply just have access to the coin. It's going to need to be convenient and at most places. And when you start having Dogecoin stuff pop up, and it's pretty much everywhere or around every corner, it's not too difficult. That's going to eliminate a lot of the barriers that would be in saying, okay, well, I don't feel comfortable holding X amount of dollars in Dogecoin. But when you have access to it, it's everywhere, and you can kind of like exchange, go back and forth, or it's not that big of a deal that you're going to be able to be inside the currency. If something came up and you needed to convert back, or vice versa, it's going to be easy to do so. And we know people, for the most part, we lead with comfort. So what is comfortable and easy will get done more. And the best thing about this is they're saying that you're going to be able to have access to make these type of transactions at over 10,000 locations. So that is a very big step forward when it comes down to utility. You cannot have utility without access and convenience. And this is a very big step forward for Dogecoin alike. Let's take a look here at price action. So as we talked about the other day, I have the 3 bottom levels that Dogecoin has touched this current cycle. And Dogecoin, just like Bitcoin, is bouncing off of the first initial line of support, which it has done since, a few days ago. And so right now we're pretty much trending sideways, and Dogecoin is no stranger to that. Bitcoin neither. Typically, if they hit a resistance level, a support level, and there's low volume, or there's not a major catalyst right here, especially in bear market, it's not abnormal to see a cryptocurrency trend sideways. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to consolidate lower. It doesn't mean that it's getting ready to run. It's very normal in a bear cycle for crypto to trend sideways. So if you're bullish on the coin, or if you were thinking about getting out of the coin, whatever your plans are, if you're trying to DCA down on the coin, these 3 levels that you see down here, these 3 lines, these are the support lines. Anytime that you're near or in those lines, based off of this current cycle, this is approaching the bottom thus far for Dogecoin. Now, you can consolidate more, obviously, if this drags out, or depending on like inflation and stuff like that. I know we got a little curveball today. We'll talk about that later. But these are the levels and stuff that you should be intrigued with when it comes down to adding to your positions. Not up here. We see this, we've had 2 tests on this, 2 rejections really on this, when we had our runs on this current trend here. We'll see on the next one, but until it's broken. But as of right now, you should be interested in purchasing around these marks, not when you have these runs up here. And I get it, it's exciting. Most people buy on bull runs, but if you're looking to leverage or get the most out of your positions, at least from an investment standpoint, it would make much more sense down here at these levels. But as far as for utility, growing of the coin, access, as we talked about earlier, these are all great steps forward for Dogecoin. So that's my update for today. I wish you all well, and I will see you in the next video.